I am Brian Burgess. I'm the Chief Financial Officer here at Poor Richard Press. I'm also the HR liaison and unofficially the internal IT department. So I'm the Chief Financial Officer, so I do all the accounting here. I do all the books, close the month every month, do any kind of financial analysis that we have. I'm also the HR liaison, so I contact our HR company when I have issues and I run all the payroll. I also, if anybody here has an issue, if two employees get upset with each other or anything like that, I end up handling that, as well as any paperwork for hiring people and firing people. And regularly I help people with their easier computer problems because being younger than most people, I happen to know about computers more than most people that are here. But anything harder, we have an IT company that we actually pay to do things. The last CFO was retiring, and the tax accountants for our company, Caliber Accounting and Tax, was hired to help find a replacement. I used to work at Caliber Accounting and Tax when I was a tax accountant. I left after a few years, but sometime after that, about a year and a half after I left, they contacted me and asked if I was interested in this position, which is how I found out about it. I had to learn to be able to deal with people in a way that I don't necessarily, or didn't necessarily before, especially when you need something from someone or they're doing something wrong. Being able to ask for corrections tactfully is something that's been very useful to me since I became a manager here.
Cool.
There's a few different issues, and some of them are issues that everybody has, which is that the interview process doesn't really tell you how good someone will be at a job. It's sort of a different skill, and so sometimes you have people that interview really well, but then they're not very good employees, or people that don't interview very well and are excellent employees. And so part of it is the process of finding people to interview, and part of it is the interviewing itself, and then trying to decide if what that interview tells you about someone and if they have the qualities that you are really looking for in a candidate. So it kind of depends on the position, but the one thing that we care about basically always is attitude. Someone who is interested in trying to do a good job and is willing to go out of their way to do it is true across all positions. And then some positions we want someone who's mechanically inclined, some positions we want people who are customer oriented. It just kind of depends on what we're hiring for. So I try to do so by example. Well, what I do is not really what most other people are doing because I'm the only accountant well, we have an accounts receivable person, but besides her, I'm the only accountant here. But I will go out of my way to get something done. I help everyone, whoever needs it, when they ask, and I try to do so very quickly. When I have an issue, I try to explain what the issue was, why it was an issue, and how we can fix it going forward. And I think that combines with my being willing to help people, where people can see that if I can do it, then they can do it too. Correcting people on things they're doing that is not ideal when they are resistant to change. Well, I mean, the resistant to change is irritating. People who aren't willing to keep an open mind about things and learn is very frustrating for me. That's actually something that I deal with one of the employees here regularly. Not that they do a poor job, but whenever I assign new things, it's always very difficult because they're resistant to learning new things.